Hi y'all.
Today we're going to be in the kitchen canning corn.
Yes, we're going to do it several different ways. We're going to do some canned corn. We're going to do cream corn. We're going to can that. Then we'll tell you how to dehydrate it. And then we're going to do some succotash. We love that around here. Yeah. So stay with us till the end. All right, so first you want a nice hot boiling water, and we're going to blanch our corn for 2 to 3 minutes in the hot water. Okay, I should do it till we get done with those. Now we're going to take them out. We're just going to put them in the strainer in the sink and let them sit there till they cool off and they're able to be held while we cut them off the cob. And we're going to do it with the rest of these. Sorry. You're right. Push him down in there. Thank you. Mm-hmm. The same with these. Okay, so we are going there. The cobs are cool enough. We're going to go ahead and start cutting them off the cob, the corn off the cob. And we have these little gadgets. I don't know if you can see them. But I got these when the kids were a little smaller and they always wanted to help. So these do a pretty good job. But Isabella and I find that we just really like to cut it with a knife. And we typically use a butt pan. And you just sit your, this one's an angel food cake pan. And you just sit your cob on there and it collects your kernels as it gets cut off. And that seems to be the easiest and fastest way that we have found. If y'all have any tips on that, just let us know. We enjoy hearing about different unique ways to do things. So if you have a better way, let us know. Yeah. All right, let's get to cutting. All right, so we've got our corn cut off the cob, but you don't want to throw those cobs away because now what you want to do is you want to take your cob and you want to scrape off all that starch that's in the cob, and that'll give you your cream corn. And we might add a little bit of this that we've cut off into it so you have a little more sustenance in there, but we'll show you how we're going to do that. So you have your cob here, and you just want to take your knife and you're just going to scrape it down your cob and get rid of any of that leftover. You don't want the tips, obviously. We're just going to keep doing that with all these that we've got here. If you have any nibbles of corn, you can go ahead and get those too. So this is why you want to scrape it and make cream corn. As you can see, we're down to our last two stalks here. And we've got quite a bit of cream corn here that we can put up. Okay, so we have essentially 2 quarts of our creamed corn here, and we're going to go ahead and put that in our pot because we have to get it hot. And to that, we're going to add, what is it, sweetie?
We're going to add half a teaspoon of salt per pint and 1 1/4
of boiling water. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to get some water in here. We're going to add everything into our pot here and warm it up. You want to boil it for 3 minutes before you ladle it into your jars. So we have our corn in here. And to that, we're going to add 1 1/4 cup. Since we have 4 pints in here, we're going to add 1 1/4 cups to each one, which equals 5 cups of water. And since we need a half a teaspoon per pint, we're going to do 2 teaspoons of salt. And we're just going to warm this up to a boil. Essentially, you're just going to warm it up and get it heated through. That's all we're really doing here. Okay, so he's nice and hot. We can go ahead and ladle him into jars. All right, so we're going to just fill this in the jar. And you want to leave 1 inch headspace on this. The ball canning book says that you can only do cream corn in pint jars. Definitely want to wipe it with your vinegar. Right, sweetness?
Yes.
And why do we do that?
So that there isn't anything coming in contact with the seal.
Right. And corn has quite a bit of sugar in it, natural sugar. Just put your lids on, fingertip tight. We had our other pieces in some hot boiling water, just to soften the little rubber portion. Okay, so these are ready to go into your pressure canner, and you're going to can them for 1 hour and 25 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. Okay, so our succotash, we've had that on the stove and we got it all nice and warm. It is over here in the pot, and we'll show you that. We're just going to go ahead and put that in our jars. You just add a teaspoon of salt to this. You want to leave 1 inch headspace. And you can do whatever vegetables you want in succotash. This is just how I grew up with it. Everybody seems to have their own version. This is just green beans, corn, and lima beans, and then we put a little bit of red pepper diced finely into it. And she's going to top it off with the water and leave 1 inch of headspace. Thank you.
Yeah. Switch this around.
Yeah, sure. Is that one out of your way?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to wipe these with your vinegar rag again. Make sure everything's nice and clean.
Yeah.
And then we'll just put on our band or our lids that's been sitting in the water here, softening up.
And you just want to screw on your bands, fingertip tight.
Right. We're going to pressure can these, since they're quarts, for 1 hour and 25 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get them in with the cream corn.
Water boil.
Okay, now we're going to do our corn, our regular corn. And if you wanted to, if you have the freezer space and once you've cut it off the cob, like we've done here, you can go ahead at this point and you can put it in baggies and freeze it. We like to do the
vacuum seal.
Right, we like to vacuum seal it down and go ahead and label it and put it right in the freezer, just like that. We, unfortunately, freezer space is a commodity around here that we no longer have. It runs out quick in the summer months. So we're gonna go ahead and can this, and we're gonna show you how we go about that. Isabella's already put a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of salt in each one of our pints. And then we're just going to fill it up with our corn here loosely. And you want to leave about a 1-inch headspace. And then she'll top it off with water, boiling water.
So I'm just going to debubble them with this little tool that we have.
If you don't have one of these little tools, a butter knife works just fine.
Yeah.
And salt is definitely optional. If you don't want to put salt, you don't have to. We just usually put a little in there.
Right, now I'm just going to wipe the rims with a vinegar rag.
We're going to put our lids on that's been sitting in the hot water. And we're softening up again, as always.
And we're just going to screw on the bands fingertip tight.
It's pretty warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
All those? One more? All right. Okay, so now these are ready to go in the pressure canner, and we're going to do these for 55 minutes, right?
Yes.
At how much pounds of pressure?
10.
At 10 pounds of pressure as well. So let's get those in and get them going. Okay, so we're going to let those vent, and then once they're finished, we're going to put the 10-pound pressure weight on, and we're going to time them for the appropriate amount of time, and then you have to let your canner depressurize, and then you can take them out. Okay, so we still have some corn left, believe it or not. So if you're not freezing it and you're not canning it, you can go ahead and dehydrate it. And we're going to do that with what's left of this corn, just to show you how we go about doing that. And since we don't have too much corn, we just brought out the little dehydrator, and we're going to go ahead and get that put on the tray. Spread this one?
Yeah.
Pull it over here. Any more? Enough.
I can use a little more. Yeah, but
What's that?
Alright, so we're going to set the temperature to 125 and we're going to let it dehydrate until it's brittle.
Right. And so we're going to plug it in, let it do its thing. And that's all there is to that. And then you just want to store it in we usually do ours a jar, right?
Yeah.
An airtight container. And that's what we do with ours. Okay, it's time to get everything out of the pressure canner now. Well, guys, thanks for coming along with us and canning up some corn. Well, I hope this helps you in preserving your corn harvest.
Yeah.
We have shared several ideas with you. You don't have to do all of them, just whatever works for you and your family. And we sure are glad to have y'all with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. And as always, keep it simple
And fun. Also, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any of our fun videos. And share it with your friends.